What's up guys, it's Danny, and today we're building the LEGO Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. This is set number 76389. It has 1,176 pieces and is recommended for ages 9 and up. This set can be paired with both the Polyjuice Potion Mistake and Fluffy's Encounter to create a combined modular set. If you'd like to see more about these two sets, be sure to check out my build and review videos for info on those. Otherwise, let's get building the Chamber of Secrets.
Just like that. How?
Just like butter. So it looks like there are 9 bags, and our instruction manual has about 170 pages, and it comes with a sticker sheet, which has quite a few stickers on it, and this is from Chamber of Secrets, so we're going to be getting a full sticker of Gilderoy Lockhart posing in the mirror. Like a poser. And keep in mind there are 6 random wizarding tiles in here, so let's get these bags opened and see which ones we got. Start the music. Okay, there we go. Does that look backwards to you? Here are our 3 Gryffindor students. We have Harry with a terrified expression. His Gryffindor robes are actually opened up. And then we have Ginny Weasley and Colin Creevey, who have the exact same torso printing. Very sad faces. They also have back face printing where they are much happier, either before they find out about the Chamber of Secrets or after Harry has vanquished the basilisk. And then we have our one Hufflepuff student here, that is Justin Finch Fletchley. That is a very difficult name to say very fast. He does have a back face print, and here he's looking much happier. And here we have Luna Lovegood from Ravenclaw. There is her back print, again looking pretty sad. Probably because she has the exact same face print as Ginny Weasley. And then here we have Gilderoy Lockhart in a very light tan color print. He does have a little bit of a gold undertone on his torso. His face does look a little bit unique, but it's really his back face print that kills me, as he is just sweating trying to figure out how to actually be a wizard. And then here we have my favorite character, Albus Dumbledore, not just because it's Albus, but he has a purple dress on, and I think that just looks great. His beard is also a really cool piece. He does have a back face print, which is just slightly happier than his normal face. Then here is Aurora Sinistra, and this was one that I don't think too many people are familiar with, but she is the astronomy teacher before Trelawney comes along. Her dress is very shiny, and on her back face print she also has glasses. And her hat actually has the hair molded onto it, so that's actually a really cool hat piece. And then we have Tom Riddle, the whole reason that Harry had to go into the Chamber of Secrets. And don't forget about his diary. His Hogwarts jacket actually continues onto the legs, which makes a really nice print. On his back print, he does have an angry face, and you can see he's wearing one of the Hogwarts robes. And then we have our first ever glow-in-the-dark character, Nearly Headless Nick. And now I'm gonna have to turn the lights off to see if he really glows. And what do you know, he even has a back face print, which does look like he has just had his head nearly cut off. And this set is going to include the gold figure, the 20th anniversary Lord Voldemort. And nothing too special there. I will note, however, that they made a custom Sword of Gryffindor for the set. So not only do we get the sorting hat, but we also get the Sword of Gryffindor, which I think is a really cool custom molded piece, and I wish that they would do more stuff like this for Star Wars. Okay, the Chamber of Secrets has been opened and no mudbloods were killed in the process of making this set. So we have 3 floors here above the subterranean level of the Chamber of Secrets, starting out with this snake door. This is actually shown disconnected in the picture, so if you put it in front of the slide, I think it makes more sense so that after he slides down, then he's opening the gate and entering into the chamber. There's some bones in this room to add a level of spookiness. And then over here there are these molded snake heads, which I think look really good for this set. I've not seen them before, I'm sure they're in something else, but pretty impressive the way that they were able to sculpt these 2 sculptures around the head. The head is the real beauty here. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know what I was building. You actually put 2 halves of the head together as you're building it. And what's really cool though is you can slide this piece out the back and it even locks in place with these robot arms. And the basilisk actually fits through the mouth. That right there kind of stole the show for me. I think that's the best play feature of the set. Otherwise, on the main floor, I think they did a fantastic job and just nailed it with all the extra details here. The larger-than-life self-portrait of Gilderoy Lockhart just adds into that narcissistic flair. And then there's these Cornish pixies, which just look fantastic. I think it would be cool if they could be, like, hanging from the ceiling or something, make it a little bit more chaotic. But it's a cute little classroom. Over here, you can actually walk straight through here, so this isn't like a panel or anything. It's just one of these archways. You can walk straight into the dining area, which doubles as a dueling center, and you can actually fling one of the characters off, just like in the movie. So that's another really cool play feature.
Gosh.
But I do kind of like the dining setup because it gives you these pixie puffs and these cherry owls. And then above that, I don't really understand what's on these shelves. I guess it's just like some bottles, potions. I mean, this might be like a head in a jar. And then I guess a checkered board. And then there's kind of an Easter egg here behind the Hogwarts banner. This is actually the sorting hat. And no, it's not the hat from the Daily Prophet. I checked. This is the legit sorting hat with the face on it. So that's kind of a cool little hidden away treasure. And then to the right is kind of an open area. And above that, kind of an owl perch. And then we move inside to Gilderoy Lockhart's office where he has an extra wig stashed away over here. And that means that his hair isn't even real. That means he's wearing a wig, and that's something I didn't realize from the movies. So that's a fun little Easter egg. Then we have all of his self-portraits in the background. And then I really like the windows in the back, how they stick out and they're rounded off. I think that looks really nice from the outside. And then above that, you're going to get the astronomy tower with a crystal ball and a star chart that's a sticker. And then this pretty simple telescope build, but I think looks pretty good with the green gems on the ends of it, which makes sense if you're going to have a tall tower in your build to make it an astronomy tower. And then something that's really cool about just this entire set is that there is like a hidden Easter egg and a bunch of brown frogs in almost every room. So in the office, it's behind his chair. There's one just sitting out here by the broom outside. There's a pink one in the classroom. There's a chocolate frog above the sorting hat, one on the table, one in the Chamber of Secrets, and it's white, and then there's a green one out here on the landscaping. So that was just a fun little thing they sprinkled in throughout the build, something that I really enjoyed seeing. And speaking of the landscaping, the outside of this building actually looks pretty good. We have rock on the bottom, we have some green that's emanating moss, making it look like it's not too perfect and clean. There's even some mason bricks and some of these cylindrical pieces, which I was surprised to see because that's definitely a building technique that a lot of people use to make it look a little bit more deteriorated. They've got these sand green cheese slopes on the roof, just like the Fluffy encounter, and then they've actually built columns with these 1x2 tube bricks in addition to these round ones to make it look more like columns. And I really like the tower. Having something that is a little bit taller than the rest helps it to stand out, and plus they've added this rounded arched window section here that looks really good. And turning it around, of course, it's just full of details on the inside, which makes it look really fun, playful. There's not really anything that I don't like about it. So that being said, let's see if we can just even make it that much better by adding those 2 expansion packs on. And it's pretty large. I mean, obviously, the dining area has the most things going on, but when you put Fluffy in there, it starts to fill out the space a little bit better. The only problem is that this is not the basement. This classroom does not fit in with the rest of the subterranean level, so that's the only issue. But it would be an issue if I stack this up higher because then it won't fit into my shelf. So I'll probably end up displaying it this way on my shelf, but I do want to see what it would look like if I take this piece out. Okay, so there's pretty much just not enough spaces. You would need one more section to actually fill in the space for the subterranean level. So I did something a little bit different and built sideways. This way it's all still connected, but then the part where they're coming through the chamber over here is more hidden. And then this can be more of the battle sequence. And then this way, the trapdoor is still leading into the Devil's Snare. And then the classroom is up here. The bathroom is here, and it's not directly joined by the dining hall. You don't want the dining next to the bathroom. But then the Polyjuice Potion mistake is able to lead right into the slide. And then the office being next to the classroom makes sense. And then you have like the astronomy tower and probably the place where the astronomer like cooks her dinner. Isn't a combination that I've seen before because it's not exactly like, you know, like the best one. But you can totally span this because you put pins on the sides here, so that keeps it all in there pretty well. Otherwise, there's just so many different ways you could combine all these, or even just have them taken apart so that you can play out different scenes. So this is by far like the best Harry Potter set with these 2 expansions that you can add on. I think that this is going to bring a lot of kids a lot of fun, and it's actually really cool on display. I've got it here on my shelf behind Hogsmeade and behind the Diagon Alley, so it does give that feel like you're walking into Universal Studios, walking through the streets of Hogsmeade and seeing the castle. As for the wizarding tiles, I did get 3 duplicates of Godric Gryffindor, but I also got Seraphina Pickery, Jocunda Sykes, and Rowanna Ravenclaw. So out of the 14 random wizarding tiles that I opened up out of 4 sets, I have 10 unique and 4 duplicates, which is really not too bad. So I'll probably try to get the 4 that I'm missing, which is Severus Snape, Minerva McGonagall, Salazar Slytherin, and Helga Hufflepuff. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this set. It's something that you could easily add on to with buying multiples of any one of these sets because they're modular and then just adding them on. So stay tuned for my next video. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, mischief managed.